Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my IELTS speaking and writing sessions.
Hi, teacher. Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum assalam. How are you doing today?
I'm great, but little bit fever and cold. So my voice a little bit different.
That's great. So, are you
I
better
you
than before?
yeah, it's better.
Hello, Teacher Rahat.
Assalamualaikum Ucha and
Waalaikumsalam.
Professor
Hi,
Rai.
hi.
I
How are you doing?
am great. What about you?
Me too, I'm good.
Okay, Ucha, is this your first time you have joined here?
Yeah. Actually, yesterday I missed the class because I was outside.
Okay, where did you
Yes.
go?
I met my friends from Hallo.
Oh,
So we met
Wow, you
real
met up
person in person. Yeah.
real
Yeah.
life.
We met up
Wow.
because yesterday is off day in Indonesia.
Yeah.
So that's why.
hmm. So thanks for joining today, Ucha. Would you like to tell us a little bit more about you? Like, what do you do, and what's the reason for subscribing this lesson?
I think we have talked about this before, but in your live stream,
But my brain is not
I
brilliant brain like you.
okay. I do. I work as finance, and um, I live in Indonesia, and I try to. I'm writing a blog nowadays, and I try to get another job in international companies. So I have intention to take an IELTS exam
Hmm.
to know my score better, to know my skill.
I can hear some noise. Is it from you? Hi.
This is from
Suddenly, it becomes a bit noisy. Yeah, I think it's from I. Okay, so you work in the finance department. What's your job responsibility?
my job responsibilities. I create the invoices for our clients, and I collect the payments, and I help my boss to in sales administration, like managing the contract agreement, etc.
Okay, great. Thanks for telling me on that once again. Professor I, do you remember what you studied yesterday? You can unmute it now.
Yesterday we learned about writing letter.
Writing letters.
Yeah,
Okay, and I gave some of you
last
one
one.
homework, but only one
Yeah,
person
I've
sent.
sent it.
Hmm. Sorry,
I've sent it, teacher.
was it you?
I sent my task to your email.
What is your email address?
Oh my god,
Your email address.
kayaknya jelek sih Jul ya.
Okay, that's all right. No problem. I can check it later. I've just got only one writing. Okay. All right. So, Ucha, have we ever set for the IELTS mock test or sample test?
No, I just took two for preparation last 2 days. 2 days, yeah. Last
Ih, jelek
Saturday.
banget.
But it must be different, right?
Okay. So briefly, describing IELTS. There are two types of IELTS, as you are aware. One of them is academic, another one is general. From the
Mm-hmm.
name, you can see academic is mostly needed for academic studies, scholarships, training, and registration in many jobs like healthcare sectors, doctors, nurses, pharmacists, and other types of technicians. And general test is mostly needed for the immigration, work, job, if you like to settle some country. Okay.
Mm.
And both have got four modules: listening, writing, reading, and speaking. Both have got similarity in listening and speaking. They are different in reading and writing. And most of the cases, our learners have got problem in writing and speaking. And those two modules are really needed supervision and also needed uh, the standards and the criteria to be aware how it should be either written or spoken. Okay. And there are some uh, criteria and marks, as you can see on the screen. Can you see the screen, Ucha?
Yeah, yeah, I can see.
On the screen, these are the four criteria for speaking part, like fluency and coherence, you get 25%, lexical resources 25%, grammatical range and accuracy 25%, and pronunciation 25%. Okay. Have you uh, previously given the task one test with me?
Yeah, before.
You did.
Ah,
Okay.
no, no, no.
No, you haven't. Okay, Professor, you
Mm.
did, right? Task one and task two. You can unmute it. Yeah, the noise is coming
I
from you.
can't I can't hear you clearly because my connection is not quite good, teacher.
Could you please
I will
disconnect
not.
and reconnect? If you can disconnect and reconnect, it will help you. Okay, so Ucha, in task one, it's like a general question about you and more or less about your taste, maybe your liking or disliking. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And task two is more specialized when you are talking about a topic. And at least you have to speak 2 minutes about the topic. We call it cue card. There are some specific questions. Then you have to just tell them step by step. And task three is more analytical and little bit advanced grammar, where there are two questions always. One of them is conditional, another one is past, present, future. A question would be asked you in such a way you have to follow this pattern. So the basic rubric we call the strategies, you must always listen to the question carefully and use the same pattern to answer. For example, if the question starts with present tense, you can use present and past and future. But if a question starts with past tense, you must, describe the answer in past tense. Unless, it is some other situation where you can use, present tense like a direct quotation or narration. But if a question starts with future, use the future tense. That's pure and simple method. And we have to use compound sentence if you would like to get more marks, more than 6 or 6.5. Then you have to use different kinds of vocab, rich vocab, expressions, and also you have to give your best pronunciation techniques. Nishar, welcome.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, so these are the basic criteria, but uh, there are some other tips as well. I don't know if I have explained to it or not. So Nisha, then Professor, you know these tips, yeah? How to be a good speaker and what are the criteria. Especially in IELTS exam, it is not only knowing the language, it is how you can use the rubrics and this fulfill this criteria. Remember, when you're speaking, you have to demonstrate these 4 special criteria to get good marks. But what happens, many cases, our learners are not aware of it. They always, try to answer in their way they understand. That's why I always ask them, if you are planning to sit for the IELTS exam, sit for a sample test. There are thousands of websites on the internet. Just register them. These are free, and take a exam and see how it goes, how you feel.
Okay, teacher.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just repeating for Ucha, Nishad, and I.
Okay, teacher.
Task.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do task 2 today. What do you think?
Task 2.
Yeah,
You got?
cue card.
Oh my gosh, it's difficult, teacher. Can do.
All right. How about you, Professor I? Do you think that task 2 would be appropriate today? Because task 1, more or less, you can answer it well. So, Ucha, task 1's question is like this, like, what's your name? First question, and let me see how you answer. What's your name?
Ucha. My name is Ucha.
Okay. Do you have a second name, Ucha?
My real name is actually Mutia Farseli, but people call me Ucha.
Okay. So the answer would be, if you have 2 names or 3 names, you can always say like this: my first name this, second name this, or third name this, or my first name, middle name, and family name. And sometimes some people have got nicknames as well. Then you can also add, like, though my name is this, like people call me Ucha because this is my nickname.
Hmm.
And the next question is generally, where are you from?
I'm from Indonesia.
Okay. Another basic tips about IELTS exam is always answer as much as possible. Do not be limited to yes and no. Rather than simple sentence, try to use compound sentence. And you try to be more specific rather than saying Indonesia. You can tell your city's name, and you can use an adjective. It's also tips for Nisha than Professor I. Like, I'm from the beautiful city, for example, Penang, Malaysia, for example. Okay, rather than simply Indonesia. What do you do? Next question.
I am a worker. I work in a finance department.
Okay, let's go back to them. Nisha, what's your answer? What do you do?
Um, I'm a student. I'm studying finance and banking. I've just completed my finance and banking courses, honors course. So, teacher, I'm getting writing as well, so I'm getting confused. Should I start from beginning?
Yeah, if it was the test, you have to answer it like a,
Okay, teacher. Like I'm a student, but I've just graduated my finance and banking bachelor's course, and I'm planning for uh, my higher studies to go abroad, and yeah, I'm preparing IELTS by um, teacher. I don't
okay.
know, like
Mhm.
today I'm so this time you can say like because last night I couldn't sleep, teacher. I got up so
It is 1 o'clock
late.
in your country.
hmm I got up 11:30 teacher. Just so yes teacher.
Okay. And assistant professor I, what would be your answer? What do you do?
I am a lecturer at university at architecture department. My position now is an assistant professor. I've been teaching for almost 7 years, but in the future I wanna be a student again if I get scholarship. So I will pursue my doctoral program in abroad.
Okay. Now, Ucha, have you found the difference, your answer and their answers?
Yeah.
You have to use a little bit more, okay? You can say like this, a little bit like how long have you been working? Like I've been working in the finance department in this company for 5 years or 7 years, and my
Mm,
specialties are, you can say one or two job responsibilities. Remember
mm,
that the more you speak, the more chance the examiner will assess your speaking quality. Okay, this for a guide criteria. If you have been
mm.
asked a question and if you don't speak, then there is no way the examiner can assess your quality of speaking and give you marks.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Okay, all right. So this is a new question for all of you in the IELTS speaking task one. But give me 1 second. So how was your day, Professor I?
I started my day with woke up at 4 p.m. and then after that I did my chores. I washed my clothes, I cooked and I cleaned my house, and after that I took care of my children and I accompanied my children. After I finished accompanied my children, I went to the university.
Okay, and how about you, Nishad?
Okay. I got up late in the morning, and then you can around 11:30 a.m. in my local time, and then I just took my breakfast and took a shower, and I'm joining in your class.
Okay. Ucha, the question starts now. Okay. Tell me something interesting about your city you live.
About my city. Mm, so my city is called Tangerang. Uh, Tangerang is located near with Jakarta, the capital city. It's only 1 hour. It only took 1 hour. Take 1 hour from Jakarta, and Tangerang also has a lot of what is that?
You're doing great.
Manufacturers. Manufacturers. Yeah.
You're doing great. Don't be nervous. Eh? Rule number one: if you become nervous in
I
IELTS,
lost my.
if you become nervous in IELTS exam, that you are just bringing the danger for you.
Yeah.
Remember, for every question, you will get only 15 to 20 seconds. And
Oh.
okay, in speaking task one. Okay, but in speaking
Okay.
task three, you'll get 30 to 40 seconds time
Okay.
to answer it. So be confident, even if you are making mistakes. Don't stop talking, because if you stop talking, then you're just you'll be considered as not fluent. So the
Mm,
definition of fluency is that you have to talk about the topic without hesitation, without stopping. Okay, not
mm,
too fast, not too slow, and to the best, very best of your pronunciation techniques.
okay.
Okay, this is one of the common question. Tell me something interesting of your city. Remember that you can always start with an amazing way, rather than my
Mm,
city name is, or I live in a city which is called. Make a compound sentence like this. Or the
mm,
city where I live is called Tangra. Okay, It is nearly an hour's drive from the capital city, Jakarta. And tell something interesting why the city is amazing. Is there any museum? Is there any uh, temple? Is there any castle? Is there any palace?
No,
Mention something interesting.
I don't find anything interesting in my city.
And also, even if there is nothing,
Bustling city.
Huh?
yes,
Bustling city.
go on.
Bustling,
Sorry, Assistant
Bustling,
Professor I. What is it?
bustling.
bustling city.
Yeah, you can describe
Or
some.
many factories.
Mhm.
Yeah, many factories.
Use some adjectives. Bustling city, or it's a crowded city. It is an industrial city, or you can say
Oh, yeah, yeah.
make it up. Honestly speaking, Ucha, Nishad, and I, IELTS exam is nothing but making up a story. Even though nothing is there, you can always make it up, create it.
Tell a lie.
That's
Yeah,
why
because the
I need.
remember the
I
examiner is not
really
going to
need.
check whether you're telling truth or not. Okay, they're going to check how well you can say and explain those things.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Hello, Uthman. Welcome. So this is the vital factor. Remember that IELTS exam is nothing but speaking part is nothing but making up a story of your own.
But I think making story is harder rather
Yeah.
than tell the truth.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, if you know the truth, tell us the truth. That's fine. That will be easier for you as well. So the second point would be, as Professor I has said, if you think that the question always matches in real life, tell it from there. Okay, like my city is one of the say industrial cities in Jakarta. People come to work from different places because there are more companies, more job opportunities, and also more facilities for the modern life. We get say something, the internet is so amazing, or the restaurants are so cool. Yeah, you can find almost everything there. You see, you're just making it up. I don't know about your city. See,
Yeah.
is that clear, Ucha? Now, my
Yes.
suggestion would be for Ucha, and uh, if you think that if you are not, you know, confident in speaking, practice from today. This is another technique how you can develop your speaking. Record any topic in your mobile phone. At least speak 2 minutes. I gave this clue to Nishad and Professor I. I don't know if they are doing it or not.
Yes, teacher.
In order to get good marks, you have to do it. You have to be hard worker. Remember that hard work sometimes beats the talent.
But I did mock test with my friend through Zoom, and yeah,
Mhm.
every single meeting I record it.
Okay.
Wow.
Mm.
So let's do the test one and after the test two once again. Recapping because of Ucha. What do you think, Nishad and Professor I?
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Please go on. If the class is important, no
Yeah,
worry.
yeah, it builds up your confidence. Remember that.
Uh,
Okay, Ucha?
yeah.
Okay, so the concept of cue card, which is task two, is that once upon a time, the cards were on the table and teachers asked to take one. But nowadays, the concept has changed. The teacher will give you a card and you'll see a topic. Like,
Mm.
describe a situation where you had to change your decision, for example. Now, question number one, what kind of decision? When did it happen? Why did you change the decision? And what was the impact after that? Or any other information. So these are the some bullet points we call some important questions that you need to answer. Remember that
Mm.
here is the big clue once again. If the incident is from past, you must describe a past incident in past tense, obviously.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nisha, then Professor, I already know it because they participated this test last week. So let's see how you perform today. Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Easy topic. And also, if there are no questions in cue card, there may be situation, there will be only topic, subject. So you have to create question like WS question, like when, what, which, where, why, who, whoever, whatever, whichever, how, however. Okay, these are the ways you can create question. Okay, let me bring an easy topic. Where is it? Like this one, a house or apartment you'd like to live in. Can you see the screen, Ucha? And
Yes,
Yes.
you can see.
describe a
There is
house.
no there is no question, teacher. We need to create it our own question.
Okay, let me give you the questions. Okay.
It's harder.
Teacher, like it's harder than before. But
Okay, I've given you question now. Okay,
Okay.
same topic for all of you. So in cue card or task 2, the amazing matter is that you'll be given the pencil and the paper. Okay, Ucha, Nishat, and I once again, and you'll be given 1 minute to organize your ideas. What you're going to say. What you do, you write some notes beside the question, because this paper will be with you when you're speaking. Like you should say, describe a house or apartment you'd like to live in, where it is, where it would be, if you're talking about future. If it is present, then you have to say in present tense. If it is the future, you have to use the future tense. Remember that what you would like to do there, and who would you like to live there with. It could be your husband or partner, or it could be your parents, it could be your brothers or sisters. Okay, and explain why you would like to live in there or any other information. Remember, I gave you one clue for both of you last week. Which if there is one part called any other information, so you will can always use something unusual. What is something unusual? Like you can say that my dream house is like two-story building beside a sea beach, for example, or countryside, or in a busy city where I can watch the sea view or the greenery, or maybe crowd people, or maybe the sky. Make it like a striking way, always. Okay. So take 1 minute. I'm going to watch the timing, and I'm going to see those 4 criterias. Okay, Ucha, Nisha, then Professor, I don't be nervous. Rule number 1, be confident. And if you think that you're making mistakes, if you think that you can correct it. Otherwise, go on. Because in the exam, we never expect that someone would be 100% accurate in grammar, in pronunciation, and also in presentation. It is much unlikely. That's why this test is here to assess your English. Okay. And bring pen and paper, yeah, in this class, all of you, and keep a notebook so that it is helpful for you. And today we are going to learn about another pronunciation technique, CVC. Have you ever heard of it?
CBC.
Consonant,
No,
vowel,
teacher.
consonant.
Oh, consonant, vowel,
Yeah,
consonant.
in the spelling, like hop, yeah, we say hop on, hop off, yeah, like cat. Yeah? And the impact of CVC is that generally, if there is CBC pattern, like consonant, vowel, consonant, the sounds are shorter vowel sound, like hop, cat. Then this one, yeah, bean, yeah, but look at the difference. But bean, bean, bean. Similarly, we always compare. We'll compare. Okay, let's finish it first. Our first part of this speaking task. Describe a house or apartment you'd like to live in. Dream it. What kind of house you like to live in? Okay, Ucha, Nishad, and Professor I. Or you can describe your own house where you're living.
Mhm.
Would like to.
And who wants to go first?
Nishad.
Nishad.
Oh my God. Okay, teacher. Today I
Yeah,
will gonna.
Nishad, don't fight and argue with girls. Eh? Remember?
Yes, teacher.
Friend
I'm gonna do
first.
it. No matter. Yeah. Give me 30 seconds more, teacher.
Okay, no worries. So, dear viewers, we are having the session about all speaking and writing sessions. If you're interested to subscribe to my lesson, you're more than welcome. You have to visit my account and sign up from there. From this month, Hello has offered 2 weeks free lesson. If you haven't taken this opportunity before, you can join any other teacher for 2 weeks freely.
Learning. Okay. So why you would like to teacher? There is Okay, teacher. I'm gonna
Yeah, tell me,
start.
because once you start answering, I'm not going to answer you anything. If you have to ask anything, ask me now.
You'd like to live there with, isn't it? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
I got it. And the last one, explain why you would like to live in.
yeah.
Maybe I will give this answer before. So, is it possible? Like last answer, if I give like in front of this
I mean, at the beginning
one.
of your explanation, that's fine as long as it meets all these questions minimum. Remember that these are only just hints what you have to say. Okay, and also Ucha and Professor I and Nisha, it is not only 2 minutes. I expect you speak at least 3 to 4 minutes.
Only three questions.
Wow.
Teacher, I will try my level well. Mhm.
Sure.
Okay, teacher. Should I start?
Yeah, you start. I've got a timer. I have to watch the time.
Oh my gosh. Teacher, I'm sorry, I'm not excusing. There is a prayer call in my country right now. Azan is going on.
Okay,
Should I mute for a couple of
will
minutes maybe?
be the first teacher. I will try.
Yeah, go on.
Teacher,
So
teacher, have you heard me?
no worries. If you don't want to answer, that's fine. Let I answer it.
Okay. Okay, I would like to describe where I want to live in the future. I would like to live in a landed house in my hometown, Ciamis, West Java, Indonesia. And I will spend my rest time in that house because um, I want to feel my hometown as I felt it when I was child. So I would like uh, recall my childhood. Um, I would like to live there in with my husband and my children because they are my support system. Um, mm, why I would like to live in because I love to live in landed house. Uh, because I can spend my leisure time to plant flowers or something like that, and I also can communicate with our neighbor easily, and then I also uh, can live with my parents, and of course I can communicate and meet up with my friends. Um, I love to live in serene place, so I want to live in my hometown in my rest time, because in my hometown there is no noise and so many forests, so we can feel fresh air every day, and we can go to the rice field if we want, and also we can visit our neighbors and our family without uh, any assignment, because in the city when we want to visit our neighbors or our friends, we have to make appointment. But in the village or in my hometown, there is no need to make appointment when we want to meet them. And I think it's enough.
Sure. Okay. First writers have spoken 2 minutes and 48 seconds. Okay, a clap
Okay.
for her.
Wow, wow, well done, well done. This is
Okay.
so nice.
I can speak more than that.
Now you can speak more.
Wow.
Okay. I'm going to give clues after all of you. Okay, don't worry. Well done. Okay.
Okay,
Uh,
thank you.
and I don't want to
Teacher,
give feedback now. I'll give feedback later altogether. I'm just writing some of the points for you. Okay, next. Nishad, are you ready now?
this is my turn. Teacher. Yes, teacher, I'm ready. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Today, should I start, teacher? Mhm.
It's after you. If you want to start, you can start. If you don't want to start, then it's fine. I'll ask Ucha in that
Okay,
case.
okay. No, 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 teacher. Like, we set the timer. Okay. Today I'm going to tell a house where I want to live. This is our own house, and this house is situated in the village area, and it is a one-stair house, and in that house, in the backyard, there is a garden. I can. I live. I live this. I work on this garden by myself, and I when I get free time, I I take care of this garden. I water them and all. And if you talk about my um, in in front of this house, there is a lots of space where we can sit, we can talk each other, our family members. We can enjoying our afternoon session, and I want to uh, I want to live um, with my family members, because in village area, every family members is like left to live jointly, um, and there is a like a river, you can say, near to my house as well. So we can get like fresh air from lots of tree plantation is like our um, around our house. So yeah, we don't feel boring at all. We can get fresh air in the morning, in the afternoon session. We can walk around, and yeah, and another things why I would like to live in, because in village area everyone is there for one another. If it really need for help, people will help you no matter. But if we talk about like in city area, people don't care at all, because that city life is very busy, but village life is very simple. So yeah, that's why I would like to live in my village area.
Okay, well done. A clap for him. 2 minutes 23 seconds.
Mashallah.
Okay.
Okay. Now, Ucha, are you ready?
Okay. I'm ready.
Tell me when you're
So,
ready. Yeah,
yeah, I'm ready now.
great. Start speaking, please.
Okay. Um, I'd like to live in a house at around mountain area with many trees around. And then because I believe a small house with warm atmosphere made of wood and um, tiny, uh, far from crowded area would be so comfortable for me. So I'd like to spend my time together with my family there because we can play outside under the nice weather, and I think it would be better if there also snow because I've never experienced winter before, and I would like to live in that kind of house because in my area now where I live is crowded and a lot of pollution, which is not good for our health. Um, okay, that's all. I think that's all.
Ucha, you have spoken only 1 minute 20 seconds. No worries. Well done for the first time in a participation of this kind of test. And I should thank to all of you because you have already practiced, but Ucha for the first time. Give her a clap, both of
Yes,
you,
teacher.
Nakanisha and I. Uh,
Yes, teacher.
remember, Ucha, you have seen
Yeah,
some questions are already there. Okay,
yeah,
you didn't mention one or two questions. Okay, so
yeah,
remember,
yeah.
if you analyze this question, that's why speaking part is like more descriptive, and that's the
Mhm.
reason examiners always ask you to speak at least 2 minutes. Okay, remember that if you
Mhm.
speak less than 2 minutes, then it will be affecting your score. This part,
Mhm.
okay. So duration is an important factor. So some of the feedback I have written, I'm going to explain. I mentioned that uh, Indonesia, why she wants to live, and she wants to feel her childhood. That's really good in expression in that house. And also she mentioned about Liza and parents. All of you have mentioned fresh, yeah, except Ucha. Remember that
Mhm.
when you are thinking about any house, you can mention some of the weather impact like fresh air, river. You mentioned green trees. That's fine. These are all
Mhm.
related. Remember that. But I was expecting from Nishat and Professor I to start this topic in a different way. Remember that always you can bring an amazing sentence before you start your topic. Like you can start like this: the house where I want to live is my dream house. It could be either in the countryside or maybe in a busy city. But eh, now you change your
Yes,
concept, yeah?
teacher.
Or you can say, my dream house is my dream. I always dream like this. Then start description. Don't go to the
Mhm.
topic straight away. Bring one or two sentences. Amazing. We call it, you know, well beginning is half done. There is a proverb: well begun is half done. From the first sentence, the examiner will be able to understand how, while you're going to present your, topic. Always, okay? Just think of it for every topic. It doesn't matter whether on this Hallo or whether in the IELTS exam or any other place. Tell something unusual, striking sentence,
Mhm.
okay? Or Professor I, these are amazing things for Nishad. You mentioned garden. That's cool. You enjoy good time with your family, but you have repeated one word twice. Fresh air. Don't be repetitive. This is
Yes.
another, negative impact on your score. Which I remember that when you're explaining,
Mhm.
you don't have to tell one sentence twice. It doesn't make
Mhm.
any mark. Rather, it gives a negative impact to the examiner. Well
Mhm.
done. And for you, you have mentioned mountain area. That's pretty cool. Family is very important in to live in a house, and weather and green scenario.
Mhm.
Overall, well done. But you have to speak a little bit more. Ucha, you must. And for the other two candidates, you have to speak a little bit more. Okay?
Yeah.
Teacher, we need to take it 3 minutes at least.
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Plan at least you can speak about 3 minutes. Okay, and now in grammar wise, though there are more or less grammatical errors, but don't worry. I'll suggest you listen this part later because it would be recorded and saved under my account, and also in my YouTube channel. You can always watch there. There are thousands of videos. You can always watch there and learn something from there if you want to. Okay, so grammatical
Yes, teacher.
wise, you have used most of the cases correct grammars, all of you. I should say 80% were correct, 20% were incorrect grammar. And examiner will expect that no one is 100% accurate. Remember that. So that's fine, acceptable. And you have used common vocabulary. So you have to also focus for all of you. Use a vocabulary that is related to the dream house, or maybe weather, or maybe uh, family. Okay.
Mm.
Okay, teacher.
Overall, well done. So pronunciation is more or less okay, but you have to be focused on some of the words like I visit.
A visit.
Yeah, remember, sometimes the V sounds to be F or B, normal B. Remember V and B, yeah?
Visit. Visit.
Like
Visit.
vocabulary, V and B, we are confused very often. If it is V, the air is going out. If it's B, it's normal B. Okay,
Mm.
like Batman. Okay, butter, but volleyball. Okay, volleyball, yeah? Vocabulary, see? Vibration, Victoria, some of the sounds.
Yeah.
Okay, but if you've got any question, please always ask me. Any other question you want to ask before we go to some basic pronunciation techniques for developing your IELTS score?
Now, teacher, you can go.
Okay. So today's our pronunciation pattern is CVC, as I have explained earlier. What does CVC stand for? It is consonant, vowel, consonant. There are thousands of words you will find that it starts with consonant. For example, cat. There is vowel A, and there is another consonant T. Why CVC is important for pronunciation? If you find three-letter CVC like cat, hop, top, mop, yeah, this type of words, these are generally shorter vowel sounds. Okay, let me give you some more
Yes, teacher.
examples. Hop, another one. Red, ban. Um, I'm trying to remember if there are many some other words or not. Big, bun.
Ooh, habis.
Baba, I'll prepare a egg. It's going to finish soon. I'm on my class. I'll explain. Okay, so like bun, run. Okay,
Mm.
Okay, teacher.
so have a look afterward that what are the CVC words. You'll find some information from the internet as well. So the important impact of CVC is
Pen.
that
Oh, red. Pen.
yes,
Bun.
bun, like bean. Okay,
Bun.
teen,
Run. Tin.
nil.
Tin. Mill.
Mm.
Okay, so remember this type of words have shorter sound. Now, if there are two vowel sounds together, if you remember, what are the vowel sounds like A, E, I, O, U? Yeah, in a
Mm.
word,
Yes, teacher.
these are generally longer sound. Especially look bean and now this one.
Bean.
How do you differentiate it?
Bin. Bin. Bin.
Yeah. So in CBC, this I sounds are a sound. We call a and e. You have to just practice a little bit. A, bean, and e. Bean.
Bean.
Longer sound. Okay. Now, Ucha or Nishad or Professor Aiba, I'd be surprised why we have to pronounce it correctly. In IELTS exam, accuracy of pronunciation is important to get marks.
Mm.
Even in the real life,
5%.
expression as well. Yeah, 25% marks. Remember that. The teacher is going to assess all of your sounds. That's why they record it in an audio device.
Mhm.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Now another one is say this one. Bit. How do you
Bit,
Beat. Beat.
Beat.
bit? Bait.
Beat.
Hmm. Okay. Clear?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
okay.
Beat. Beat. Teacher. I got it.
Okay. Now there are some CVC words which have got longer sounds, uh, and there should be another consonant at the beginning. Let me give you some examples like this one. Shred. Uh,
Shay.
RED is CVC.
Shred.
Yeah. Shred.
Shred,
Shred.
Strap.
shred,
Flap.
Strap.
Strap.
Flap.
Okay. Flap.
Flap.
Drop. Clip. Smog.
Drop.
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 Clip. Smog, etc.
Clip.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, teacher.
All right.
Strap. Flap.
And Ucha, I'll suggest you to see our other videos because
Mhm.
some sounds are important. Like, if you remember double consonant rules, Nishad, can you explain?
Yes, teacher.
Or and sound.
Uh, if you found double consonant any of the word, then one consonant should be silent. Like innocent.
Mm-hmm.
Innocent.
Right. Another example, Professor I.
Um,
frog, left, lip, smoke, smoke,
Hmm?
smoke,
Innocent.
And
Innocent.
another things,
nose,
uh,
lip,
Lip.
Lip.
I've written already.
Lip.
logically,
Sha sound.
technically. This was short sound, yes, teacher. So, and another is like if you found two adjective, then noun. uh, If it is converted into and, then the and sound should be an.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So Ucha,
Yeah.
another. Can you see that Nishat has written and sounds like N?
N.
Yeah. So if a sentence has and at the beginning, it should always sound like and. In another cases, if it is in between two words, and should always sound like n.
and,
Like
Mm.
and,
bread and butter, for
Ucha
example.
and I. Yeah. Like Ucha and I,
Yeah.
Hmm.
great student in our class.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So it is always
Yeah.
bread and butter,
Great
not and rather than an.
Bread
bread,
and
butter,
butter.
Yeah, like Ucha and say I, for example. Ucha and I.
Mm.
It is not and, it is an always.
oh, and,
Mm.
my God, ini internet jelek banget sih.
Okay, now your homework would be for all of you, write any topic or letter. Then you know my email address has been given in my subscriber chat.
Yes, teacher.
You can email me so that I can have a look. Remember to write in Word format or Microsoft Word so that I can edit it. Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
Okay, teacher.
what
Okay,
topic, teacher?
teacher.
Now you still have got 5 minutes. Don't worry. Go on. Any other?
What topic?
You can choose your
Any
own
topic.
topic.
Oh, anything.
Yeah. Remember that if you want to choose your own topic, that is better, so that you can have the freedom of writing.
Hmm.
But I will give you a topic definitely. First, I want to see how you write. That is the reason. Okay. In this 1 hour class, it is not enough to do everything, because you see, when there are 4 or 5 learners are here, time goes quickly. We
Hmm.
discuss 1 or 2 topics, that 1 hour is gone. You know. Okay, I'm going to share a letter today. Someone send it to me. I've just removed the name. Where is it? Sample letter. Can you see that letter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm making it bigger. Sorry. Look at the pattern. Date should be first. Okay. Here it is missing. You have to write the address. Say, for example, the Japanese, for example. Yeah. I gave this topic. You like to visit in Japan. Yeah. Someone has invited you. You have to decline it. How you can write? So Japanese Youth Center, for example. Then the sir and madam has been written twice. We don't need to do that. We remove it. You write the address. Then you can write the subject, response of invitation. That's fine. Dear, no comma. Dear sir, madam. You can give comma if you want to, but without comma, that's fine. Remember, for every letter, once again, Nishad, Professor Ayan Ucha, there is a pattern we call introduction, body, and conclusion. So in the introduction part, always give a thank you for the invitation. Rather than saying, I'm so excited. Don't say in the first sentence, I'm so excited. Always give a thanks. That is the etiquette and manners of English writing. Thank you very much for your invitation. Then you can write, I'm so excited to accept or decline your offer. Okay, remember, this is an important sentence. Thank you very much. Always, even if somebody is complaining to your office. Thank you very much for the email or for your letter or for invitation. I'm happy to accept it. I'm so excited to visit Japan this summer and I really wanted to come. But unfortunately, I can't attend the invitation. Look, this sentence is really contradictory. I'm excited to accept, then it says I can't attend. Don't make any confusing sentences, because I couldn't understand whether the person is going or not. I really wanted to come, that's fine, but unfortunately I can't attend. Okay, make paragraph. If you're changing your thoughts, where is it? Simple. Okay, then make a paragraph. So because this summer all my family from France are gathered here. This is grammatically incorrect though. I'm just reading quickly. Beside that, another paragraph. I plan to go to Japan. So beside that is a wrong use in that case. Okay. So my suggestion will be, you choose any topic, a letter, then you send it to me. I'll have a look. Okay. We have got only 25 seconds more.
Okay, teacher. Assalamu alaikum. Take care, teacher.
Thank you very much,
Have a good
Ucha,
day.
Thank you,
Nishad, and
teacher.
Professor I. I'll see
Thank
you when I
you.
see you. You take care and practice a
Yeah.
little bit
Assalamu
more. Yeah.
alaikum.
Remember to do your
Okay,
homework. If you don't do your homework, then you'll be get stuck in here. We don't want you to
Teacher.
get stuck here.
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Like after 16 March, maybe I will do every
Ryan?